Taigi, labas rytas visiems. Mes tada pradėsim mūsų webinarą. Su manim yra kartu Marius, kuris atstovauja patį Veeam gamintoją. Ir jisai savo prezentaciją padarys ir pristatymą anglų kalba. Okay, now I will switch into English. Marius, I believe for you it is also more interesting.
Hello, labas rytas.
Good morning, Marius. Yes, and we are talking. We are going to discuss today about elevated protection against the ransomware, and as well about the solution that is also adding into compliance and some security for our actually political situation that we have here. Yeah.
Yes, it is, partly, yes. Yes. Maybe not. It's only one piece, very important piece for that. Designed our security design for the to be able to protect against what you mentioned.
Yeah, that's very good that you touch base a little bit on the design, and I just wanted to also emphasize that this solution is a purpose-built solution with Veeam and AWS native services that we have, and as now we're also specializing in AWS here in Atėja, Lithuania, and it is a very good match that we have now, and wanted to present to you so that you can also consider maybe and implement this solution into your IT ecosystem, so that this IT ecosystem is well protected and you can sleep quietly during the nights.
Yes.
And it is about also additionally removing the operational burden that you have for managing all the storage, all the backups. Storage is managed purely by AWS, backups are managed by Veeam, and what is, I believe, more important, it is a predictable cost. And when I spoke to the customers regarding the public cloud solutions, main concern that pops up during the conversations, I would like to, it is easy to scale for me, but I'm afraid about the cost. For this solution, we have fixed costs, and
yes,
transparent cost, whereas specifically public customers can plan their budgets, upfront, and that's one of the values. Another value now that we are going to cover as well, which is also probably could be a very suitable for you, is enhanced security, against the ransomware. We have immutable data backups, that those data backups are offloaded into AWS, and we have, in a way, air-gapped environment that is controlled and protected by AWS. In addition to that, you will not need to manage any storage. It will be done by AWS. So this operational burden is removed from your hands, and as well, you can choose, depending on your business needs, two options that we can offer here. It's one foundational option, and another one is advanced. And what are the main differences between those is that the foundational option, we store backups on AWS infrequent access one zone storage, and if you are familiar with AWS normally in one region, they do have minimum 3 data centers, and those data centers are replicated. In this foundational, your backups will land on one data center, which is also very good option for the customers that are looking for low-cost, firm solution to have good data protection. And another option is Veeam Advanced option, where we have already a regional service implemented, and specifically for the customers that are looking for data protection, disaster recovery protection, this would be an option. But this is a little bit more costly, but well suited for the bigger customers. And I believe, Mariusz, I would like to hand over stage to you so that you can take us through this solution in more detail. And I believe you will be all surprised how easy it is to set up. But if for you it will be a little bit complicated, we will here to help you, with setting up this solution in place, because we did it already for multiple customers. So.
Okay, can you confirm that you can see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen now.
Oh, the presentation. Okay.
Yes.
So again, labas rytas to everybody. So of course, if as Vidmantas mentioned, so if you have any question during the presentation, don't wait. Of course, we will have Q&A on the end, but don't wait till end of the presentation. You can ask on the chat earlier, and we can reply to you earlier. And Vidmantas perfectly summarized what we will discuss, what we will talk today. So let's go. So Veeam Vault, what is it? So maybe it's a little bit the shorter version of the name. So generally we have two types of the products. Veeam Data Platform. So it's the product which you probably are using on your on-prem environment. So it's Veeam Backup and Replication, Veeam Agents, and so on and so on. So that's what you have on your on-prem environment. And Veeam Data Cloud, it's Veeam products, Veeam set of the services. Maybe it's not the product, because product is something what we are buying and we have it. And services is something we are paying, and the service is delivered for us. So regarding the Veeam Data Cloud, we have there is multiple services. So before we will go deeply to this Vault for AWS, based on AWS, let's concentrate on. Let's for a second go through all Veeam Data Cloud portfolio. So as the services, you can select, you can choose backup, protect M365 data. Yeah, so if you have some M365 data, you don't want to keep all backups in your own data in your data center, then you can request for such service. Very similar to Enter ID, very similar to Azure services, so virtual machines, the Salesforce, and then we have the Vault. And Vault. So now let's concentrate on that Vault services. So Vault, as already mentioned, we can say that you have three pillars. First is the predictable, because I don't know if you ever try to calculate the price for the cloud storage. So even by coincidence, I have let me switch for a second to the calculator. I have opened the AWS pricing calculator. So if we will, for example, look that we are looking for keeping the data. Okay, let's select some European data center, Frankfurt. Okay, so let's decline Frankfurt, and we are selecting S3 standard. So, okay, let's imagine that we want to have 100. Okay, let's have in terabytes.
Maybe 100
terabytes. Yes, just example. 100 terabytes. Okay, nice. But look, there is so many additional questions, which very often, from my experience, I'm already 13 years at Veeam. So from my experience, customers don't know what to put there. What's put, copy, post, list, get, select. So generally, if we are saving data to the cloud, is put. If you are restoring data from the cloud, is get. and this some kind of the app. So it's so called in general as the API calls. So we have to count it all together. So let's imagine that, okay, it is per month. So we don't know how many it will be. It will be 1,000, 100, 10,000, 1 million. We don't know. So, okay, let's put, I don't know, 10,000. Yeah, put operations, and of course we need get operations also. Let's put get. So because it's every block. So if we have the backup, and backup is divided for multiple thousands of these very small pieces, so then every piece is the one object which we are sending to the putting to the cloud. So okay, let's put 10,000. There is some additional, some data returned, whatever it is. I don't know what to put. Even I don't know what to put here, because what AWS has wanted to put me here some value in gigabyte per month. I don't know. Let's put 100. Okay, so not 1,100. So now, okay, so let's, so here's some transfer data, because we are transferring inbound, outbound. To be honest, I don't know what to put there, but if I will save, then look, we have, you know, I did it like just clicking without even really concentrating what I'm clicking. So it gives me that this 100 terabytes give me more or less $2,500 per month. So it's almost $30,000 per year. Yeah, so that's the cost. Yeah, because the API calls egress. So it's very hard to calculate this. With Veeam Vault, everything is included. Only what you should be concentrate how many storage. So if you want 100 terabytes, okay, you are taking 100 terabytes and you don't care for everything else. So the storage, the effect will be the same, because we can also rely on AWS storage, on S3, on the same storage. You can still select the region, but you don't need, so it's very predictable. And I will give you even real life example. Yeah, I'm based in Poland. Maybe you noticed, but based on my name. So one of the big public institution had the cloud budget. You know, they sending backups created by their own. To the cloud. They're using some database, there's some virtual machines in the cloud, but they set some budget, yearly budget. And you know, once they said that they have the set situation that in November they have to stop all backups to the cloud. Why? Because they couldn't predict what will be the usage, which services they are allowed to use, which services they are not allowed to use to still be under the budget. So in November, the budget was over. So there was no more money. They had to stop everything for November and December. And when I showed them, when I mentioned them about the Vault, yes, they said, yeah, that's predictable, because they, in the upfront, they said, okay, we want 100 terabytes, and for the whole year they know what will be the price, and nothing above this. Yes, so that's in my opinion very important. So all API calls, this additional stuff is included, and sometimes these additional API calls are more expensive than the storage itself. Yeah, so that's, and it's scalable, yeah, as the Vault, because under the hood is the AWS storage. So if you want to have, okay, 100 terabytes, okay. If you suddenly say, okay, you have additional projects, your infrastructure is growing, you are acquiring other companies, expanding your business, no problem. From 100 you can grow to 200, 500, half petabytes, 1 petabyte, 5 petabytes. Is up to you. how you, because and it's very easy, very quick, because it's AWS under the hood resources, so it's the same. And we are rely on AWS S3 standard tier, yeah. So to balance the speed, the price, and everything. So if you hear the Vault, under the hood is the standard edition. Next we have the security, because for sure you hear about the rule 3-2-1-1-0. Yeah, so 3 copies, 2 different media, one should be offline, one should be offsite. If you have only one data center, so sometimes to comply with this, one should be copy, should be offline, it's okay, but one should be offsite, can be problem. So cloud is very good solution for that. So if you have the local copies, first copy is your local copy, then you can send additional copy, this cloud copy. So it's air gap, because it's not your data center. We are enforcing immutability. So you cannot set up this storage without immutability. There is always immutability. So what you are selecting in the configuration, how long? GFS backup, so grandfather, father, son, so weekly, monthly, yearly backups will be immutable for whole duration of the backup, for the retention. Of course, last few days, you can, I don't know, last 14 days, last month, will be immutable for last month, depending how you will set up it. And data are also encrypted. So data are encrypted. Encryption is AES 256-bit encryption key, and they are in flight. They are at rest. So nobody. So you are owning the encryption key, because you cannot send data there to the vault without encryption. So they are safe. So from that perspective, they are protected. So even if somebody will try to steal that data, you have encryption key. So they will be useless for hackers. Next pillar, I would say, is easy. How easy it is, because it's on demand. Yeah. So for example, let's imagine that you need 100 terabytes for the repository. If you want to have it in the on-prem environment, you need to order some storage, wait till it will be delivered. Now, all prices for the storage is going up, yeah, because of the usage of the general memory, maybe more the flash memory, yeah, but still, every prices go rocket high. So here, because it's the cloud, is the AWS. So on demand, we can very quickly, with just few clicks, we can expand, we can add, initiate. So it's very easy, like, I don't know, like going and subscribing, I don't know, Netflix or Spotify. Yeah, so it's very easy. And it's also durable, because AWS is holding. They have the experience. They are experts for regarding the storage, regarding the clouds. Yeah, they invented S3 protocol, yeah, as the S3. So we are using the storage. We can provide up to 12.9, so 99.99999 several nines regarding the availability. So it translates to few minutes or even seconds per year when services will not be available. So that's general idea of the Veeam Vault. Yeah, so it's easy, it's secure, and it's predictable. So that's one thing. Next, I already mentioned by Vidmantas, we have 2 editions. We have Foundation and we have Advanced. So what's the differences between them? Regarding the use case, I will also talk about that a little bit more on the next slide. So I will leave that for a moment. But generally, as the storage is the object, is the standard edition for AWS. regarding the geo-redundancy. So for the advanced version, so maybe a little bit, let's pause for a second. Usually all cloud providers have regions. Within the regions, they have zones. And within the zone, so one of the zone, you can select the whole zone or one of the data center within the zone. So foundation is local redundant storage. So is where you are selecting specific single data center within the zone. So it's only 3 copies. Advanced is zone redundant storage. So you are sending to the whole zone. So additionally, so it's multiple data centers within one zone. So it's usually a few kilometers between the data centers within one zone, but it's more durable. Yeah? So that's the difference. And then I think the biggest difference between the advanced and the foundation, I have always trying to compare it to the vacation, because everybody is smiling when thinks about the vacation. Then summer season is coming soon. So when we go to the travel agency and we are selecting some trip to, I don't know, some nice warm place, some south of the Europe, I don't know, Italy, Greece, Spain. So there is also, beside the accommodation, there is also all-inclusive options. Yeah, so we can have the full only inclusive, where everything is food, soft drinks, some alcohol drinks are included, and maybe sometimes we have some light version or all-inclusive where only food and, I don't know, soft drinks are included. So we have something out with the comparison, something similar. So advanced version has everything, all API calls included with unlimited numbers. So sending data, receiving data, everything is there. So it's ultimately everything is there. In foundation version, we have limitation for sending data, no problem. So if you will buy 100 terabytes of the storage, you can send 100 terabytes of the storage without any limitation, no problem. But regarding the restore, we are giving in the price 20% of the capacity for the year. So if you have 100 terabytes for the whole year contract, so during the whole year you have 20 terabytes for the restores. It's higher than competition. So usually the competition gives 15%, 10%. So we are giving 20%. And please remember that 20% can also means that you are able to restore everything. Because, you can restore single virtual machines. It's definitely below your production environment. So it's not everything from your production environment. But even if you want to restore all virtual machines, then on the storage, on the vault, you can have multiple restore points from today, from last week, from last month, from last quarter, from multiple times are the same version of the data. So even if you will restore whole your environment, it still can be below this 20%. But this is some kind of the light version of this all-inclusive, yeah, as we have this comparison. In both edition, you can select the locality, yeah, which region. It's not all regions which are available for the AWS. So we have subset, but you will see the map and the list of the regions. So we have few of them. So it's immutable by default, and you cannot disable it. It's encrypted by default. Yeah, so it's required, have to be encrypted, so it's safe. So in case of the hackers will try to steal your data, it will be immutable. So it will not be able to delete, modify, overwrite that data. It cannot, still maybe data can be read, but it cannot be stolen because they are encrypted. So that's quite important. And I mentioned that I will stay a few words about the use cases. So secondary backups, primary, secondary, why I mentioned. So because of this 20% limitation, so our recommendation is not limitation, it's a recommendation, maybe best practice. So if you are sending backups to the cloud, usually you have some first copy in your local data center. You have to have it locally. So if you have the data in your local data center, so you are sending first copy to local data center and then backup copy job to the vault. So that's why it is. So, and if you are restoring, in case everything is okay with your local storage, you can restore from the local storage, and maybe in very rare cases you are restoring from the cloud, then you are using with the cloud, then it's easier to be under 20% limit. Yes, so that's why this foundation is use cases more recommended for as the secondary copy, as the secondary storage. But it's still, you can see asterisk, it still can be used as the direct copy to the cloud. And advanced, because it has unlimited API calls for the restores, so you can use it as the, of course, secondary copy, but it can be used as the primary copy. So it's up to you how you will select it. Yeah. So it's only a recommendation, but you still can use direct to object for both foundation and advanced. And to give you some, maybe some prices, to give you some prices. So can you, Vidmantas, can you confirm that you can see that I'm painting on the screen?
Yes, I can confirm.
Okay, perfect. So foundation, to give you some pricing level, foundation is more or less. So it's, of course, for the detail you need to check with ATIA team with the pricing. But foundation is more or less is $14 per terabyte per
Mariusz, I believe it is 14 euro.
Okay, so 14 euro. Okay, so 14 euro. And advance is 24 euro per terabyte per month. So even, okay, we went to the calculator. So let's do again for the calculator for the Veeam Vault. So I'm running the calculator. So even let's get the higher version, so advanced. So 24 euro per terabyte, but we want to have 100 terabyte. So it gives us 2,500. So even this is lower what we get from the AWS calculator, but with some eventually some additional discounts. So the price for the vault, it can happen that it will be lower, that you can get the same storage from directly from AWS. Yes, so to give you the because in the AWS was almost 2,500, and here so we have lower here. Yeah, but here nothing more, so there will be no more costs. And in AWS it can happen that you are making wrong calculation and you will need more API calls, so you are above, so it can be more expensive. Yeah, so that's how it works. Okay, encryption, as I mentioned. Okay, encryption. So you must enable encryption for every job that you are target to the vault. You cannot send data to the vault which will be unencrypted. So when you are taking the backups, yeah, to the local repository and sending to the vault, during this process it should be encrypted, and you are keeping the encryption keys before sending to the local repository and of course to the Veeam Vault. Architecture, how the architecture looks. So we have AWS. We have, of course, your environment. So you have your Veeam backup and replication. You are the user, and you are, as the user, you are authenticating to the Vault user interface. Yeah, so which is located in Veeam Data Cloud. So in our services, and for you, we are exposing the service which you can select. okay, I want in this region to have the bucket or different region and so on. And then when we will select, then we are creating the Vault service, which will be authenticated to the Veeam backup and replication. So you are creating, you will create you will create access key, secret key, and based on that you will be able to send data to the Vault. In case you have AWS Direct Connect, you know, this special kind of the connection, maybe better, you have some private IP traffic with between the cloud and your local data center. We can also use it. Of course, without it, we can send the data to the cloud. But if we have it, then you can have the same connection transit gateway as you always have to AWS environment, to your VPC, to your account, to your VPC, and then you can use the gateway or mount server to send the data, restore the data. It speed up a lot of operation if you have some such additional capabilities. So the traffic will go faster. It's optional, not needed, but generally you can do it. Regarding the multiple scenarios, how you can have. So you can have maximum 4 Vault subscription per organization, and within the subscription you can have multiple vaults, and in every vault can have multiple folders. So if you have different departments, different Veeam installation, maybe you want to have different teams to send to different vault or to the different folder. So you can connect one VBR server can connect to the multiple vaults. Of course, it's like because it's another repository. And for the other way, multiple VBR servers can connect to the same vaults. Yeah, so it's different scenario. So you can have one environment which is sending data to the multiple vaults within one subscription. You can have multiple VBR servers which is sending to the multiple folders within one vault, or some mixed, so multiple environments which send to the multiple vaults, but some of them sending to the same vault from any different reason. It can be some company subsidiary or some departments for any reason, yeah, or environment 1 which should be separated from the environment 2, but still Vault can have totally independent subscription, but still maybe some additional copy, some central copy could be there. Regions. And in the meantime, I'm checking if there are any questions. Just a reminder for you: you can ask any questions in any moment. The regions. So here you can map of the regions, and here you can also see two names: core region, and you can also hear about the non-core region. So core region is this with these prices I mentioned you when we was able to negotiate the best price within AWS company, and non-region, there is some additional region but with a little bit higher price. But look, and we have foundation advanced. Please notice that in most of the region we have advanced. Generally in Europe, okay, in Europe we have Frankfurt, we have Stockholm, so I think that's the closest to the Lithuania. We have London, we have Paris, and we have Zaragoza in Spain. And only Stockholm and Zaragoza are able to provide foundation. It's not because we don't want, it is because how AWS data center zones are created, are designed, so some of them offer only this zones data centers, so that's why some regions is only advanced edition. Just additionally, this non-core regions, so additional this foundation for the Frankfurt and Zurich is also foundation for regarding the European one. I will skip the review of the others. So this was as the map. If you prefer to seeing that the information in the table, so here is the table. So from the Europeans again, we have the France, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Sweden, Spain, and UK. Yes, so that's all of the region we have within the Europe, or within even more precise within the European Union. Yeah, so you can select one of these. Regarding the so that's I think all. And during maybe last slide before we will go to the demo is creation. During the creation, so when you are creating, of course, you are selecting the tenant, provision vault, and on the end you will just have a vault ID, you will have access key, you will have secret, and then you are using this access key, you are using this secret to provide in the demo environment. Okay.
Mariusz, maybe before we go for demo,
Yes.
there is one question from Mariusz, where he is asking what are the guaranteed backup and recovery performance parameters.
Regarding the performance, it's cloud. So all performance apply exactly the same if you would do it manually with AWS. So we will go to create S3 bucket in AWS. So it depends what connection, internet connection you have to the cloud. But please remember, we are using a lot of tweaks regarding, because it's optimized for us. So that's why it is the storage. It's the standard storage tier, yeah, regarding the speed, because we think that's the best compromise between the performance and the capacity and the pricing and all of this. Please remember that we are also some option for smart restore. If you are using, for example, scale out backup repository, and during the restore, you are restoring, I don't know, you want to restore something from yesterday, you are using some storage, your local data center. But if you want to restore something from half year ago, which is only in the cloud, only, but with special comment, because okay, maybe state of the virtual machine is from half year ago only in the cloud, but that machine, virtual machine from half year ago and yesterday machine is maybe 60% of the data can be the same. So we can do it restore that the information which is already in the local data center repository, because it's the same half year ago backup and yesterday backup can be, as I mentioned, partly the same. So the common part, we will read the data from the local data center, and what is missing we will read from the cloud, from AWS. So that's regarding so even I will just mention one thing, and I tested and it worked. You can even do you remember about the Veeam feature instant recovery for virtual machine? So you can boot up virtual machine directly from the repository storage. This feature is also enabled for the Vault, so you can boot up virtual machines directly from the Vault, even if the storage, because it's in some remote location, the remote data center, you can boot up that machine. So of course it will not be as quick, as fast as your local storage, but will be fast enough to restore data. Of course, the size of the data also matter. Yeah, if you want to restore some, I don't know, some documents, some single files, it will be even no difference. If you want to restore 5 terabytes of the virtual machines in the size, then okay, instant recovery will work, but you will be visible slower. So hopefully I address the questions. The question. Okay, so when we log on, it's cloud.veeam.com. So it's the site. I logged on here before the presentation. Maybe I don't know. Is timeout, but hopefully, okay. So first, you can see all services I mentioned, and also here, so here is the vault, we will go here, but also here is AWS, so is the next service, so we will also support some additional protection of the virtual machine databases in AWS, yeah, so it's already in some testing phase, so in this environment you can see. But regarding the managing, of course, we have airbag, so you can have users management, and you can assign to different services if you want to have backup to the vault, maybe to the backup for M365, for the other services. The same with the role, so you can select to which role, to which service you are assigning the data. So let's go to this vault, and then here we have multiple regions. Let's go to AWS. So if we add the tenant, so the wizard I mentioned you, so we can select from which subscription. So we are selecting AWS Advanced Core, some name, and then on the next you are selecting name for the vault. You are selecting which country. So for example, we can select Sweden, and within Sweden we are selecting Stockholm, yeah. So that's, and then summary credentials and what you saw on this. So let's go to this what I already have here in the Frankfurt in AWS. And then, so I have selected the vault inside the AWS in the, so here I have dashboard, so I have only one not used yet, so the statistic is not too much, but regarding the storage vault, yeah, so you can see that I have one in Europe, Frankfurt, so you with the access key, secret key, there is only you can copy during the creation. Yeah, so now I cannot copy from that portal. I can regenerate the key to get the new one, but only the first time when we read it, when we create it, then there is option to copy secret key. Of course, we can, regarding the edit, we can also make some narrows regarding the from which networks you want to connect, or maybe some specific IPs for some additional storage. And then we have some vault assignments, workload registration, when we have the different Veeam backup and replication, and we can assign, okay, so this vault maybe we can assign to the specific vaults. Yeah, now I have no assignments here in this environment, so that's why I will not show you this piece in this moment. Yeah, and if you want, okay, inside this, if you want to have another region, yeah, so we can add vault within that subscription, and so that was we can have the demo AWS 2 album, maybe US, because the previous one was in Europe, so maybe this one, let's select United States, and region, let's have it in Ohio. Yeah, and then credentials. And within few seconds we will have we will have it. Yeah, so it's successfully added. So I can right now I can see the, and I can copy the data. I can continue, and right now it's how easy is to add. Yeah, to add this storage. Yeah, if I don't want it, so we can delete it. If it's empty, so I have back only, but no workloads assigned. So this is how it works from this web UI, from this management side. But regarding the regarding the okay, let me start environment itself. In the meantime, are there any questions? Vidmantas, any questions?
Not that I'm seeing here.
Okay, I'm logging to the Veeam backup and replication version 13. You can also in version 12, you can also use vaults, no problems with that. So if we want to add additional repository, we're going to the backup infrastructure, we're going to the backup repository, and I have here already added, so I will edit the current one, this Veeam Vault. So where we are putting the credentials to the Amazon S3 bucket, so this access key, secret key, which was provided there. And then on the next steps, because we have the credentials, so we will connect directly. So option to add it to the Veeam console is exactly the same if you will create but by your own. But please remember that the repository is already set up with immutability. So all backups, all data we will send there will be treated as any other repository, with the immutability. So hacker, so this is the piece of the protection which we mentioned, which we talked about earlier. So when to be able to protect against the hacker, the malware, so that's the option. Okay, so here I cannot connect this time because it's old environment, but generally in the next step you are selecting the bucket within your vault, within your already created vault. You are selecting the bucket, and then for any repository, if we can see if we can see, for example, here, on the job, because so probably it's test environment. So okay, where it was, okay, here. So let me edit that. So you can select what machine you want to protect, to which storage, and over here we have selected, for example, this repository, this Veeam Vault in AWS with immutability already created. And if we want to restore the data, so we are going to the object storage, depending if it's backup copy or not. So here we have the data from this AWS, and I can take the data, I can send the instant recovery directly. We can restore with the classic restore with the conversion to the different hypervisor. We can restore specific VM files, application from inside, depend what we want to achieve. So that will cause that very easy to use, because it's just we are adding just additional cloud repository, and so we have additional copy. So 3 to 1 will be a rule will be complied, because we will have additional storage, which is air gap, because it's not our data center, it's AWS. Like in my demo when I was showing you in the creation, it was Frankfurt, for example. So it's totally different in the air gap environment, which is immutable. So hacker cannot just go and delete that data. Of course, if we will go to the properties, so it's old data, but here you can see immutability column. Here is it already expired. Because we are keeping it from the March, so it was already long enough that that data expired. But the last for the so like for example, this restore point was from 11th of March, but it expired on 5th of April. Yeah, so for almost 1 month it was immutable, so we couldn't modify, we couldn't change anything for that for that data. Yeah, so that's what you can do. And going back to the presentation, to the last slide, that's all what I prepared for you today. Any questions from your side, any comments you would like to add?
As you mentioned, it is a straightforward solution, I would say, now when you don't need to do much with some predictable cost upfront, if there are some budget requirements. In addition to that, this solution also enables customers to have a compliance, specifically
Yes.
those NIS2 requirements, that sometimes is a headache for most of the customers on how to be compliant. This in a way already covers a lot of aspects, especially on how to keep ongoing your business, that already addresses, or how to recover from the outages. Again, this has been addressed already with this solution.
Yeah. And I would even add, regarding to extend what you mentioned, that this can help you to cover with some of the law regulations, because in the, for example, NIS2 or within the DORA or without few other GDPR regulations, maybe not GDPR, but NIS and DORA for sure, there is few points, few requirements for keeping the data secure, so to keeping the data encrypted, keeping the data some additional copy regarding the disaster recovery. So this can help you comply with few disaster recovery requirements within several certifications from the IT.
Yeah. And for now, I don't see any questions coming in from our attendees here.
Mm-hmm. So in that case, how Lithuanian says, ačiū for your attendance. If you will have any additional question, feel free to contact directly us, but you can contact ATIA team directly, locally, in local language. They can help you with their knowledge, with their expertise. So thank you. Ačiū.
And yeah, in addition to that, I just wanted to thank you, Mariusz, as well, and also Veeam. Veeam is our most trusted vendor regarding the security and backup solutions, and we have very good relations and very good support, and I'm very happy with that. And if there are no more questions or concerns, I would like to wish you a very good day ahead. But if you have some questions, please also reach out to the account manager from ATIA, that you're most likely working with. And if not, there will be contact information shared with you, and you can send us a letter or your concerns, and we will try to address those. As I mentioned, we do those implementations for our customers. We have expertise, and we can support you with achieving your goals, specifically for the compliance or regarding the elevated security against ransomware, or implementing some future solutions that will help you to sleep well during the night.
Yeah.
Thank you all, and
thank you.
Good day ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye.